Hello,
Hey.
sometimes we like stuff.
Yeah. Sometimes. Emphasis on the
Not very
sometimes.
often.
Okay, so today we're talking about
You don't even want to see the name.
sausage party.
Mustard. Oh, sausages and buns.
I can't be everything you want me to be. I can't be.
Demonstrate, boys! Hey, look at this! We've got one!
Yes, we're chosen.
Pick us!
Yes.
Yeah! Yeah!
We've been chosen together. Oops.
Eating children! It's just children! Hey! I'm gonna fix you. I'm gonna fix this.
Why did I have to watch this movie? Oh my gosh. Okay.
It is not a great movie, but there's a lot to say about it. So it's a Seth Rogen movie, and the cast of usual suspects.
Yeah, it's
Jonah
a whole
Hill-
bunch of them. It's like the whole
Jonah Hill, Paul Rudd, Kristen Wiig.
Paul Rudd was in it?
Yeah. I forget who he was, but
I
he
don't
was
know.
in it. Kristen Wiig was like the main, like the most prominent female character,
Yeah,
you know?
like one of two.
Waiting to get filled with my meat.
Yeah, right, Carl. Who in this package would ever let Carl get up in them, huh? Roberta, put your fucking hand down. You're ruining my joke.
It just, I was not into it, you
So
know?
the first thing that I wrote down in my note, they are sausages, so they are constantly like comparing themselves to penises.
I mean, it's like the
So-
first 30
I know.
minutes is all dick jokes.
I
all
know,
like
the entire-
horny
talking
sausages.
about being like girthy or
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
whatever. It's like it gets so old so fast.
I mean, that was probably the better part of the movie, to be honest, when they're making dick jokes. Because I'm like, okay, dick jokes are kind of funny, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They're not like the worst thing in the world. They're not my particular brand of humor, but they're like not. I can roll with dick jokes. And
And then there was the
anyway,
condom.
the condom.
Do you remember the condom?
Yeah, that was another dude. You think that's funny? You're
super
laughing.
gross.
You're laughing. You think the condom was funny?
No, it was disgusting. It was like
See, the dick jokes are to me like the best part of the movie. Like they were the most tolerable. I don't know why all the food is
So
so,
what
fucking
was the
horny.
worst
like
part of the
The
movie
worst
for you?
part. Okay, like all of the female, all the food is dudes. All the food are dudes. I mean, there's the
and
buns. They're female. Okay.
Well, they have these mouths that are like vertical.
yeah, the little fucking cunt mouths. Like
They
thank
look
you.
vertical. It's like, why don't you just have them having one?
Everyone else has a fucking horizontal mouth, but no,
Like a mouth the way
because
people
it's a
have.
pussy joke. Because
I
it's like, you know,
know.
ha
It's
ha
gross.
ha, they're buns for the pussy,
It's gross.
for the
It's not cool.
sausage. Yeah. So for female characters, you have the buns, which is like a bunch of different buns, but they're all pretty much the same character. Like even if you look at the voice credit billings, it's like dude, and then it's like Salma Hayek is the sexy taco, Kristen Wiig is one of the buns, and then there's a few other female characters that play random buns, and then like a tampon, and that's seriously like about it. Every single character, like dudes get to be any kind of food in the,
They're
in
not
the
only
store.
like all dudes; they're all racist stereotypes of
horny
dudes.
dudes too. Why are all the what about? I mean, jumping forward in the movie. Remember when they all boned at the end? What's up with that orgy scene? Like, why are all the foods trying to bone? I understand why the hot dogs want to bone because they're like, haha, they're dicks. Dicks want to bone. You know, like that makes sense. But like, why are the mustards trying to fuck in the? Because there's so few female characters in the whole movie. Like at the end, there's so much gay sex, which I guess is in a way like, you know, making things more acceptable. That's cool. Cause like the bagel and what do you call it? A
Lavash.
lavash. What is it good? So the bagel and the flatbread bone, and then like all these other characters are boning. The grits bone with the what's it called? The fire water.
So I don't
And the
understand
twink.
why.
But I'm saying that's what happens when you have no fucking female characters movie. You have to have all your dudes boning each other, which I guess is kind of funny in a way, but also kind of sad.
When the hot dogs are first trying to talk to the buns.
Yeah.
Like, the hot dogs are like, I noticed that one of them was like telling the other ones like, hey, shut up, fuck you, like when he was talking to the buns.
Yeah.
Because he was like trying to have game and the other ones were like
Yeah.
trying to call him out and he was like, no, shut up, fuck you. I noticed that that's like something that's really common when guys are trying to talk to women and they're trying to act as though their friends are like these total just assholes, but they're like different. They're not like the same kind of
Yeah.
asshole that their friends are. So they're like, oh no, you know, they're trying to separate themselves from their friends when in reality, they're just as bad as
Oh
their friends
yeah.
are.
Oh yeah. I guess that was probably one other problem I had with the movie. None of the characters were very likable. I mean, I guess the bagel was okay.
We did it.
You know.
If he sounded and like acted less like Woody Allen,
I
and
know.
I'd be
It's Edward
more
Norton
okay
doing a
with
cheap
it.
Woody Allen imitation. Like, thanks a lot, movie.
You have learned the terrible truth.
I gotta tell everyone. Everything we believe is a lie.
And then like the worst part is that they have this stupid like lesson you're supposed to learn that like.
Well, the lesson was that Frank, I think, was the one who went out and was like, "Hey, like this myth, it's."
Oh no, you're talking about the
bullshit."
religion. I'm talking about like
Yeah.
the getting along with the bagel.
Well, that was like
the
a
whole-
kind of a subplot.
But I'm just like, look,
I think
okay,
like
that
the
was one-
overarching plot, like the overarching lesson was that you can't just come out and tell people that their beliefs are bullshit because they won't listen to you.
Well, it had a strong anti-religious thing, which I'm cool with in general.
I mean, I'm
but it
fine
was
with
also
that,
like,
but
so how was that resolved? How was that moral of the story resolved? You had to tell people something good instead of something negative?
they eventually conquered like all the humans coming in.
Yeah, they killed them all.
But like they killed like 12 people.
Yeah.
Like it's a fucking grocery store. There's gonna be like 50 or 60 or 80 people coming in.
Oh, that's
throughout
what
the day.
you're arguing. That's what you're arguing that they
So
didn't
it's
kill
like-
enough people.
No. I'm just saying like how did they?
That's the point that you think is unrealistic. There's
just
so
saying-
much stupid stuff in this movie. It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
You can't really begin or end with how unrealistic this movie is.
I guess. Good point.
The pipes are coming. Oh, Jesus, me eyes! Oh, God, me skin! Just peeling me skin!
It was dumb. It was dumb. The whole movie was dumb. If you could have changed anything, part of this movie to make it better,
I would not center the story around like the hot dog, even though it's like they're food, so they're not people. So it's like you don't know like who's white. He was a white guy.
if I was gonna change this movie, I would focus less on the food and more on the people. Like, how does it feel to be a person who can see people when you take bath salts? Let's explore the whole bath salts underworld here.
Holy shit! He can actually see us?
Bath salts are just as bad as they said it would be. Oh, I'm tweaking.
Whoa, dude, just take it easy. Just breathe, dude, just breathe. You're not tweaking, you're just peeking, man. Just be with me. Be cool. This wave's gotta crash.
Can't. You're all alive and looking at me with your gloves and your little shoes and your arms and your legs. Legs. Oh.
The PETA guy.
You
and
can
the-
just see like as far as like while the
Bagels
movie's
aren't
unraveling, you can see the writers of the movie just getting increasingly stoned and like thinking about would this
Wouldn't
be funny
that
if
be
that
funny?
happened?
Ha,
Yeah,
ha.
and just like going further and further with it. Yeah, it's
There's so many problems with this movie.
You two do this to me? Are you two responsible for my nozzle being irrepressibly up? Jay? This! I'm gonna kick your ass! How you like that, Mac?
Who, us?
No, not you! Come at me, balls!
Why all the foods get to
Let's
be?
talk about how the douche is the villain. So let's talk about how nobody I know ever has ever used a douche.
Why are
like
they
we
bringing
all
that-
know it's bad for you. Like nobody does this anymore.
Well-
like I don't even know why this is still like a
I have, like,
product
two
that's
part-
on the market.
Two-part complaint about that. One, yeah, it's a product that's like
It's bad for
gone
you.
pretty
Nobody-
much.
nobody
it's bad
uses
for
them
you
anymore.
No one really uses it anymore. It's like a dumb joke. And then the second part is the fact that like the word douche is just such a
And also,
such a,
like, why
it's
is-
just like misogyny. It's just like, oh,
And why is the character a guy? Like why is it a male character?
because he's a douche. Ha ha ha.
It's
Douchebag.
stupid.
Like, at least they're calling him douche and not douchebag, because like whenever I hear people say that original douchebag, the full term of it, and I'm like, what is the bag? Because like it's a bottle.
I
yo.
don't know because I've never bought one.
It's
and
a
literally
bottle.
nobody
It's like-
our age has ever bought one.
It's like an enema, but for your junk.
like
You know, instead
No
of going
one-
up your butt, it goes up your twat. But what is the
It's
bag?
totally
Is the
unnecessary
bag
and
like the
harmful and nobody
plasticky
uses them,
thing? Because that's
so-
really a bottle. And then, or is like the bag your junk? Are they like, I don't understand.
Oh, so and let's talk about how when he originally started like replenishing his,
Yeah,
like, when he was running out of juice, and he like basically raped like the
Yeah,
grape
that
juice
was like
box.
the rape scene that he
And
raped
he was
the
like,
juice
hey,
box.
if you tell anybody about this, I'll kill you or something.
Yeah,
Like,
that was super creepy and rapey. And then like the woman, like, oh yeah, like remember the female, the human woman, and the douche was like, oh, I'm gonna get up in there, you know? And then
Oh,
like,
God.
and then she's like, I really needed that douche. And it's like,
And,
lady,
like-
no, you didn't need that douche. Like,
no
you
one needs a douche.
I am sorry. I accidentally dropped a few things back there.
The guy,
Oh, doctor.
the guy ringing her up was saying something about
he called her
like being
a
a
MILF.
MILF, and
Yeah,
she was
she's
like,
like,
oh,
"Thank
thank you.
you."
Who the fuck? Who?
No.
I'd say thank you to being called a MILF. Like,
Yeah, not
anybody
good.
else, like anybody in the real
I
world,
know
I think
people
would
in
like
real
call
life
the manager.
who want to be called MILFs, so. We're supposed to talk about good stuff we liked about the movie. So I did like the stoner guy, or what was it, the druggie? They called him the druggie. I feel like they should have not have killed him. They should have made the whole movie about him.
Academy Award nominee James Franco.
Oh, it just got better.
I wouldn't say that like all the jokes were not funny, but like most of them were kind of very cringy. Yeah, I mean, what about the total racist elements? Like the whole movie is like hipster racist. Like, oh, it's okay because we get everyone. Ha ha ha.
And the Grits character.
Oh, and the Grits character was previously, they had to change it because it was like Uncle Ben's rice. It was like the slave plantation guy.
No.
Yes.
Oh
I just
my
read
God.
that in the original version.
Yuck.
I know. The justification for this type of humor is like we get everyone. But where were the hillbilly crackers, mayonnaise sandwich eating, like
So they had the
sex and-
firewater guy and like the Grits guy and like the Twinkie like
Yeah.
gay character.
Yeah, they
like,
make
all
fun
of-
of gay kids.
So it's like let's just like lump all of the stereotypes that we can together.
Where are the white guys? Like they didn't make fun of them at all. The what's it called? The hot dogs and the buns were like theoretically kind of white, but they didn't have like any white accessories. Everyone else has all these fucking accessories, an accent, like, you know, a mustache, some kind of a pompadour, something to tell you that like this is making fun of people. But like the
Well,
hot
because
dogs are
being-
just plain old hot dogs.
Because being white is the default.
I know, that's what I'm
So there's
saying. It's
not-
like it reinforces the stereotype that like white guys
There's not a signifier
are
that can
who
say.
these movies made by and who is movies made for. So I was talking about how they had this point that like where the bagel and the pita were like they both went back to their respective shelves and they were like, oh, like all their compatriots were talking about like how horrible it must have been. He's like, no, when you spend time with them, they're okay. Like that's like one of their lessons was like, if you spend time with people, you realize they're not that different. But then like your whole fucking movie is stereotypes.
Bill Hader.
I was getting super baked. Like fuck a guy baked. Did you?
Firewater.
Oh god, that was the
and,
worst
like-
fucking Bill Hader. You keep making shitty movies, man. Like, it's the second time we've had to call you out for being a bad character. You just got no standards, man.
The bottle of tequila, he had a label on him that looked like the Cuervo label.
Yeah. He had something similar.
But it said Sígueme. So
Sígueme, is that like follow me?
yeah, follow me.
Yeah.
So I was like, why?
Sígueme is the name of the Facebook clone that's in Cuba, the offline in their SNet. I know that because I read
Oh,
Wired
okay.
magazine and Harper's. They both had articles on Cuba this week.
Huh. Okay, so I wondered why
I don't know why Sígueme. I liked all the puns though.
Profiling and-
A good note.
Right.
I did like the puns.
Yeah, like why couldn't we have? I mean, that stuff is so funny. Why couldn't we just have like based the entire movie on that?
But you like this movie?
I didn't say I liked the movie. I said I watched all of it. Well, Andy watched all of it also.
Yes.
This movie is an easy movie to watch all of it, even though you know that it's not a good movie. It has so many problems, but you still sit there and continue watching until the end. And I know that you did the same thing.
I had to for this whole series. Okay, that's my excuse, and I
know
would
that
have
you
turned it
did
off.
it too.
You would have
continued watching
75%
it.
sure I would have turned it off. No, I value my time. This is during my son's nap time, and it looked like the whole nap time, and then he woke up, and the movie was over, and it was like a sad loss of time. I could have been sleeping.
I originally watched this movie because I was like sick and like laying on
Yeah,
the couch.
you have
I
an
didn't want to
excuse.
do anything, trying to figure out what to watch on Netflix, and I was like, okay, this movie sounds really bad, but I'm gonna give it a shot. You know, it's like that kind of day that you feel like you just don't want to do stuff, so you just like are willing to put on like the worst movie that and it was pretty bad.
It was bad.
Out of 10 stars, what would you give this movie?
1 for the pun.
I was gonna say 2.
2. Oh, wait. I thought you liked this movie.
Well, I laughed a couple of times, but I hated myself each time it happened.
Okay.
I hated every
now
moment that
I feel like I've
appreciated a joke
convinced
from
you
this
how
movie.
bad it was. Maybe
No,
this
it's
was...
bad. I knew it was bad when I made you watch it.
Wait, I know. I was like, you kept saying it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be good. You're gonna love it. And then I was like, it doesn't seem very good, but I trust Tara. Now I'm never gonna trust your opinion ever again.
No, I told you to watch it because I knew it was bad and I knew we would have a lot to say about it. So yeah, I would give it like a generous 2 out of 10 stars.
1. So yeah, crap movie. Sucked. Don't see it. I would not suggest. Even though it's on Netflix and it's really easy to just click, maybe it'll be good. No, it's probably not gonna be good. Not good. Not good movie. Did not like. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time. Maybe we'll like stuff.
Maybe we'll like stuff someday.
Sometimes we like stuff.